Brilliance Audio presents the unabridged recording of Haiku by Andrew Vachss, performed by Christopher Lane. Prologue. Just before dawn, bitterly corrosive cold has descended, creating a bleak concrete wasteland. The street is deserted except for a man watching the ruins of a recently burned-out pawnshop. The man is as motionless as the dead-eyed lamppost beneath which he stands, a single blotch of shadow in a street of many. The firefighters have been gone for hours, leaving the ravaged building slathered in yellow plastic warning signs. The man is wrapped in layers of discarded carpet roughly stitched together to form a sleeveless coat. His head is covered by a hooded sweatshirt worn over a dark woolen watch cap. Another 10 minutes pass before the man crosses the street, moving with such economy of motion that he seems to have suddenly materialized out of the ashes. Again the man becomes a shadow, one among many. As dawn begins to threaten the darkness, the man makes his way to what was once the edge of the burned-out building. Spotting a cast-iron bathtub, he lifts one end without apparent effort, before gently lowering it back to the ground a few feet from its original position. The man flows to his knees and thrusts his hands deeply into the newly exposed bed of ashes. A faint gleam attracts his eye, a stainless steel appliance of some kind. He pushes it aside, quickly covers it with ashes, and continues to dig. Light from the east is beginning to slice between buildings as the man stands up. His hands disappear under his coat. As if propelled by the throbbing sunlight at his back, the man starts walking. By the time he reaches an abandoned pier, the winter sun is blazing in a cloudless sky. The man seems to disappear into the pier itself. In a capsule, far too small to be called a room, the man shrugs off his outer garments and examines his new acquisition. A handcrafted notebook fully wrapped in oxblood leather, fastened by a tongue and groove of the same material. Its heavy pages are slightly yellowed, confirming its status as a thing of beauty from another time. The man examines each page, using a long thumbnail to separate those that had been age-welded together. Finding the notebook devoid of writing, the man nods as if acknowledging an inescapable truth. His hands find a slit-like indentation in the wall of his capsule, from which he deftly removes a small jar of India ink and a stylus created from a honed piece of iron. He extracts a tiny scrap of paper from within his coat. Nodding again, he transcribes from the paper to the notebook. Despite the pitch darkness, his hand moves with confident strokes. His task completed, the man tears the scrap into minute fragments. Satisfied, he inserts the notebook into a leather pouch sewn inside his coat. It fits as if created for that very purpose. Only then does the man lie on his back, pull the coat over him as a blanket, and close his eyes. Sleep comes instantly. 1.
This is the big one, Ho.
The man wearing 3 raincoats whispered to me, his thin, reedy voice stilled with the absolute certainty possessed only by a true believer. He did not face me directly as he spoke. His eyes were focused somewhere beyond the night's horizon. Every winter, Michael lines his raincoats with discarded tickets he collects from the floor of a nearby OTB parlor. He armors himself with what they symbolize, that all the world gambles, but most do so without skill. This is the only warmth he needs. Michael sees himself as a master of logic, scornful of amateurs. His faith is as unshakable as his contempt for those who worship the false idol they call luck. That his logic is founded on faith would never occur to him, and I have never pointed it out. It is not my place to do so. I renounced all such conduct long ago, and I have stayed true to my vow. Yes, I said. All I said.
It's a mortal luck, he assured me.
Michael had once enjoyed a higher